Hello everyone, welcome back to Scout Productions. Today we have a 00 Gundam 7 swords right here, and this is actually a pre-built model, so you don't have to build any of it. You can already see most of the stuff right here. So they don't have a grade because they're already pre-built, so yeah. On the back it shows you what that you can do with it, so there's a lot of cool stuff. So let's get to it. So you can see there's the Gundam and all these weapons and other accessories. So let's check it out. So this is the 007 sword. Well, of course, there's all these other swords that you put on to make it actually 7 swords. And there is this big sword, so you can open it up to put it on this GN drive. So we'll do that now. Okay. There's also an instruction to show you how to. Alright, so now we have its first sword on. So this sword has a handle down here, so that when it's on the shoulder, you can still use it as a weapon or shield. So we'll put that on. So now you can see it's holding on to it. Of course, this isn't really a good pose, but we can make a lot of different stuff with it. So. Alright, so now we have the next 2 swords. These are like blaster swords thingy. They can turn into guns as well. So to turn them into guns, there's actually a thing down here. You can pull it, and then now it's a gun. So we're gonna put that on to the Gundam. So there's also these markings down on the Gundam over here, where you can put this on to make it more stable so it doesn't fall off. Okay, so we have the guns on. You can see it's pretty cool. There's one that's longer and one that's shorter. So yeah, just one that's longer, one that's shorter. This is in gun mode. We can also put it into sword mode. I'll do that. Sword mode is like this. And also, there are also a bunch of different types of hands. So right now we have the equipping hand, where you can put guns and swords and everything on there. There's also the opened hand, like this, to make a lot of other cool poses. And then there's also the fist. So yeah, just more hands and more types of ways to like customize. So now we have the sword mode. Let's see. Yeah, so now you can see there's the gun mode on the left hand, and the sword mode on the right hand. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. And now we're moving on to beam sabers. So beam sabers are something in every single Gundam. They are literally lightsabers, you can say. So it's like this. So it's pretty cool. So the beam sabers can also be equipped onto the back of the gun plot. So you can see we have equipped one on the back here. We're going to do it again. So now we have both beam sabers equipped. And there are also more weapons, such as these blades. These blades are also equipable on the hand, but they can also be placed on the leg for like storage. So we can put it like right here, and also right here. And also the gun blades can also be equipped onto the Gundam for like storage mode. So there's a spot here where you can equip it, and same for the other sword. So we have equipped all the other swords, so that's pretty cool. And now we'll move on. So this headpiece, there's actually a better one. So you can take this crown off, and then there's a better crown. It's more like transparent, the red part. You can see here, so it's like cooler. So we'll put that on. And then another special thing about this Gundam 7 sword is that you can actually transform it back into the standard Gundam 00. So first we'll of course take away the big sword, and then we'll take away these long gun swords. So the long gun swords, you can actually transform them into what the Gundam 00 uses. So you just take away this top part, and then you use these instead. So this is gun mode, and then you can also, actually no, this is sword mode, and then when you turn into gun mode, you turn it sideways, just like how you see it in the anime. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it breaks a lot.
So now we're going to transform this into the 00 standard form. So the knees can also be changed back into its regular form, because it's not blue originally. So you just pull it out. You just pull the knee out, and then you put in the one that you find in the 00. So you can see there's a huge difference between the two gun gloves. Alright, so now we have finished it into its 00 mode. So you can see we have all the guns, well, we have one gun mode, one sword mode. So it's just the difference in this piece, and also the difference in the knees here. So yeah, this is the regular Gundam 00. So now we're gonna change it back into into the 7th sword. So there was one thing that we forgot to like tell you about, and that was this. So the shorter sword of the two can be extended with this wire thingy that you can find in the sets. So it will work kind of like a sword that goes like slashing around and something like that. So now we're gonna change it back into its 7th sword mode. Yeah, so once again, this set you do not need to build yourself unless if you're changing modes. So it'll be very fun and good for people who don't really have the time to build the entire set but really want to have a Gunpla. So yeah, there are more than just like the 7 swords and like those stuff. There are like other Gunplas and yeah, so there's just a bunch more of these like already built Gunplas that you can play with and pose with. Alright, so now we have it back into its 00 form. We're just applying 7th sword. We're just applying the weapons back on. Alright. So you can see this is the wired one. You can actually bend the wire to have it go in whatever way you want. We have it in straight form right now. So yeah, it just makes it a lot longer, and also you can do a lot more poses with this thing. So now we're actually gonna move on back to the big sword. So the big sword right now, we took it off of the shoulder. So Of course, you can always pose with this thing. Just gonna put it in. Yeah, so this big sword is like very cool. You can like do a lot of different poses on it. So
You can turn into a shield, a gun. A shield and a sword.
yeah, so this is in its sword form, and when you put it on the elbow, you can turn it into its shield form. So now we're gonna put it back on the elbow. We're gonna be trying to make some cool poses. This is it in the shield mode, so you can like it has like a very big shield sword kind of thing, but you can still like pose it in attack mode. So it's a very cool build. Now we're gonna make some poses. All right, yeah. So you can make a lot of different poses with this thing. It's a very cool build because there's not really a lot of gunplas with like a humongous sword on the side. So yeah, you can make a lot of cool poses and everything with this one. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon on Scout Productions.